was meant to kill me, sent to destroy me, and I thought that it would, and I thought that it should. Cause I messed up so many times. I went left when you said right. I'll understand if you wanna let me go, let me go, let me go. But you held on to me, and you wouldn't let me go, and you wouldn't let me go. But you held on to me, and you wouldn't let me go, and you wouldn't let me go. And what the enemy meant for evil, God has worked it out for my good. What the enemy meant for evil, God has worked it out for my good. What the enemy meant for evil, God has worked it out for my good. It was meant to kill me, sent to destroy me, and I thought that it would, and I thought that it should. Cause I messed up so many times. I went left when you said right. I'll understand if you wanna let me go, 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 go. But you held on, you wouldn't let me go. 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 You held on to me. You didn't let me go. You didn't let me go. What's up, y'all? You know I be trying to sing. You held on to me. You wouldn't let me go. You wouldn't let me go. Clap your hands, everybody. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Is it morning still? Yeah, good morning. How y'all doing? I'm still excited. I'm so hyped right now. It's like I'm so excited. I'm emotional. It's like I'm just walking around tearing up. Don't know why. I'm just walking around freaking grateful, man. Grateful. Hey, Marissa, Gary, Watermelon. Hey, Young Reyes. How are you? Man, grateful, grateful, grateful. Woo, that's a song too. Y'all know that song? I'm gonna have to play that one day. Grateful. Yes, watermelon. No matter what it look like, no matter what it feel like, pinch yourself and say, ouch, you need to be grateful. And don't be doing no little pinch. I mean, pinch. Thank you. And you know I'm always keep asking you. Wallahi. Is that like all praise to God? Tell me. I forgot. Oh my God, I'm gonna write it down this time, Young Riaz. But yes, man, we got to be grateful because guess what? You know how we always be like, I ain't got nothing to prove. I ain't proving myself to nobody. Da. All that good stuff. But the one person don't have nothing to prove, who is our God in heaven, the great I am, the creator of the universe, the one that gave us life. And I'm pretty sure the one that can take it. You know, people don't like to believe that, but if he's the same today, yesterday, and forevermore, you need to be very afraid. But what I'm saying is, he don't have to prove himself to us, but he do it daily. No, Gary, it's not that. Young Riaz, type what wallahi means to so Gary can know. He does it every time. Most of the time, we don't even realize that. God don't have nothing to prove, but when we wake up in the morning, he just proved himself again. When we think the bottom about to fall out and he catch it, he proves himself again. He don't have to prove us anything, but he continues to do so daily. And some of us are so ungrateful for that. I mean, if we can't be grateful for life. That's huge. If you can't be grateful for life, then you're ungrateful for everything. Everything. I'm trying not to live an ungrateful life. So sometimes you need those little checks to say, wait a minute. The littlest of things are the biggest sometimes. Young Rias, tell us what wallahi means. I think I'm saying that right. Um, yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, God ain't got nothing to prove, but he just continues to prove that he is God. He proves to us every day that he's there. He proves to us every day that he's Jireh, our provider, Rapha, our healer, Shalom, our peace. Come on. He shows up every day like clockwork, never stopping, never ending, no matter where you are. He's everywhere, omnipresent, all over, proving himself to people. Most of us, I ain't gonna say most of us don't want him, but many of us don't want him. I thought it meant something else. You told us something else. Oh, Alam, yeah. Okay, that one. Well, we like to use that one. Hey, FaceTime. Hey, FaceTime. Hi, Anita. Welcome. Let's see. What did Watermelon say? I'll be trying to keep up with these new to me terms. Dome does the same thing. I'll be having to Google. What term? Jireh and Rafa. I'll email you the list, the names of God. Listen, I was listening to a message this morning, and y'all know I've been constantly talking about Isaiah 43 and 19. Yeah, you was correct, Gary. I had the wrong word. Yep, I had the wrong word. But my bad. But I was listening to this message this morning, and you know how I've been telling y'all that most of the stuff that we've been talking about on here from day one, it's just been coming back to me through all these different messages. And I still got to go back and watch my service from yesterday because it was so much more. I need to really go into take some notes because it's a lot more stuff I wanted to share out of that. But this morning, the guy was talking. Listen, y'all ain't gonna believe this. He was talking about God doing the new thing and how he can make, rivers in the deserts, the stuff we've been talking about. But um then he goes to talking about like he really feels like for business owners that God is getting ready to do some new things for them and create new opportunities and open doors, and how we need to be even more in prayer that we are in tune and sensitive to the directions and also recognizing those doors when they come. Man, then that man turned around and said, doors gonna come in the form of people. So y'all already know. Didn't I do a whole message about that? People being doors. I love the fact that God always speaks and he always gives us those reminders. Sometimes subtle, sometimes loud, sometimes repeatedly. But it's up to us to catch it. I think that when we are spiritually in tune and we feed our spirit good things, then we hear more. Our clarity is, oh, my toe is cramping, y'all. Our clarity is found when we are in the spirit of things, not when we out here running around in the world doing whatever, whoever, entertaining all this stuff. Sometimes we got to take a little time out. Time out. I understand yes. Sometimes we got to take a time out so that we can get those downloads, get that recharging that we sometimes need. Have you ever found yourself in a place where maybe like 2 weeks straight you just been Netflixing and Tubi? Because I'm a Tubi girl. I love me some ghetto Tubi movies. By the time I get done watching two Tubi movies, I'm trying to find me a fat drug dealer from Detroit who's supposed to be fine, but they found the wrong character in the movie.
But after that week or two of not giving yourself that downtime to just, you know, get in the presence of God and, have a conversation with Him, pray, and just really, really, really allow your spirit to be fed. Just as much as we take in the things that, yes, I love to take in the things that are welcoming to our flesh, we also have to take in things that are much needed for our spirit. Because of those things, you can watch all that stuff all you want to, but I promise you, if I'm watching something, and maybe I'm in a space of girl, you've been wilding. You ain't been spending time with me, basically, is what I feel God would be saying. I'll be dead in the middle of something watching, and it'd be a good old show. All of a sudden, it just this check come in my heart, like turn it off. I'll be like, right now? But sometimes, most of the time, I'm sitting in the quiet. I sit in the quiet. And I didn't realize how much I do that. Even in the car, I might start out listening to music, but if something happens and my music goes away, I'll just drive in silence. And those are the most peaceful times for me. When you just driving and it's nothing but you in the road, and then you start having all these different thoughts, and then you start getting these ideas, things you had been thinking about. You start getting clarity on what the answers are. I don't think we realize how important that downtime is, that time to basically recharge. We go through a lot on a daily basis. We have work, we have children, some of us have spouses, some of us we have a lot to do, a lot to handle. And I think a lot of times we think of a downtime or a me time as I'm going to hang with the guys, or a petty many day for the girls, brunch. I mean, even beyond that, a greater woosah, if you will. There's some times where you just need to sit. I know one of my favorite places to just sit is in the car. Anybody else sit in their car when they get home? And the next thing you know, you look up and it's been an hour and 25 minutes. And you see it been an hour and 25 minutes, and you just kick off one shoe and put your foot up on the dash and sit there another 30 minutes. That's me. That car is that sweet spot for me. I love sitting in the car. There's times where I'll be in the house and I'm feeling a little uneasy. I will literally go sit in the car and just chill. It's like I don't know what it is, but it's something about that car, that space that is. I think that's why Saturday when I was talking to y'all and I was driving, I was amped. I'm driving down the street. I'm supposed to be getting food. I ain't thought nothing about no food at all. But yeah, that car is that's man. Besides I call my living room the sanctuary, but the car, I think that's the true sanctuary. The car. Yeah, that car is that spot. When I'm trying to come up with different ideas and plans, I'll go straight to my car and just sit there, have my books and everything just in the car. But here nor there. I think that I was thinking about how some of us, we've been talking about when you need help, sometimes you have to ask for help. And I just had the thought this morning. Yes, sunshine is good. Um, a lot of times we want help. We know God is our help. That's a given. But we also know He sends help. And I think sometimes we look at the help as something that comes to help us do a thing. And I asked myself, I said, what if the help was just a tool, but the help wasn't for what you needed? The help was to help to activate your faith, to believe for all those things. To believe that there's provision for those things that you just think you need help for. I think we need more faith to understand that that help is always there. He's an ever present help. Yes, He sends people to give us a word. He sends people to give us a space and opportunity to do a thing. But ultimately, that help comes as a way of increasing our faith. I needed help, so God sent someone. I needed help. So if that was the case, if we needed that help like that, he would just do what we needed. What would be the use of sending a form? It's like when it comes in a certain form, just like how I said, I'm watching these videos or these sermons and things that I've been watching over the last few weeks, and it's hitting back with things I've been talking about. That activates it, increases my faith. Every time I see that, it lets me know that I'm in tune. I'm in the right vein. I'm at the right point. When you have any kind of doubt, little things like that give you that confirmation that brings you a little ease at whatever. You ever notice how you can get confirmation and everything is fine, even though that problem still exists? You don't feel the same urgency with that problem because now your faith is enacted and you know everything's going to be all right. um we say stuff all the time like, oh Lord God made a way. And I don't think we believe what we be saying sometimes because, like clockwork, when things get a little weird, we start getting a little shifty in our faith. So yes, I think help comes, but I think is always to restore what might need to be replenished at the time. That element that brings that unbelief, although your faith is good, there's always a little unbelief that can come into play that will cause you to second guess, wonder, or waver. And I think that at all times we have to remember that even though it don't look like what we want it to or think it should, we have the comfort in knowing that everything's gonna be okay. Hey, never speaks. But also in that faith, we know what faith is though. At the same time, we know we can't just sit there. Faith don't mean sit there and chill and all that stuff. We say it over and over again. Faith without works is dead. So when we, let me see how I'm gonna say this. Okay, let's use it like this. Faith without works is dead. So we know that we have faith. That means there's something that we need to do in order to get to what we're believing for. Faith involves something we can't see, we don't understand, we don't know. All we know is we believing for this. We know what we're believing for, but we don't know how it's going to happen. We can't even see it's going to happen, but we believe. So here we are in this world of chaos. Everything around you looking crazy, but you believing for this one thing. But everything around you look totally crazy, unsettled. I think that this is the point where we need to shift our view of what things look like. Instead of looking around and trying to find peace, we have to start looking within. If God is on the inside of us, and He is the one who gives us peace, and it's within, then we need to start focusing on within as we move forward in our faith. So although it's all hell breaking loose around me, everything looks stupid and dumb and chaotic. Inside, I'm settled. I'm at peace. I can move because by faith, I know nothing out there is going to hit me. Nothing out there can touch me. Nothing out there can stop me because it's on the inside of me. What's on the outside ain't got nothing to do with me. That's y'all business, what y'all doing out there. What I'm trying to get to, what God is trying to take me to, I possess everything that I need on the inside of me. So it's protected. I don't have to worry or wonder because things look weird around me. Because on the inside, I know good and well everything has already been established for me. We came here with a beginning, Middle and the end. Unfortunately, we got to walk through the middle. We don't know the end. But we know in the end, we are supposed to be blessed and we're supposed to prosper. We know that God wants to do a lot of things for us, but it's up to us to walk it out. Are you going to walk it out, or are you going to be ungrateful to the one person that continues to prove himself but has nothing to prove? He continuously shows up and show out. It's not enough to just say, girl, God showed up and show out. No, you need to know it. When he show up and show out, you got to be like, whoa, and give thanks. We ungrateful. We'll say God showed up and showed out and don't even say thanks. What if that thank you was a door? What if that thank you was a door? How dangerous is it to be ungrateful? We worried about being grateful to one another. What about the one that gave you life? And I'm not saying anyone's ungrateful. I'm just saying how easy it is to forget. How easy it is to forget to give thanks. I don't think we really know how blessed we are. Although I might not have everything I might want, I most certainly do have everything I need. Because if I didn't, he would provide it. That's us. I'm looking forward to coming on here giving my testimony of how he turned up. You show up and show out. He turned up. I'm already grateful. That's how I'm trying to get with that one. I'm already grateful for the turn up. Most definitely. I'm expecting him not just to show up and show out, but to turn up. So I have to make sure that I keep myself in position to, yes, be a light, but also understand that every move I make should be a reflection and attraction of light. There's nothing I should do that should cause people to look at me in a weird way. I guess in a way of, let me see, no, scratch that. Let me rephrase. Nothing I should do, if I'm expecting from God, nothing I should do should reflect something opposite of something God would do. No, it won't be perfect, anything I do. Never, ever. But when you operating from the right place in your heart, that's what shows. I have a quote that I use for my business, and it says, "Beauty exudes from the outside. From the inside out. Beauty exudes from the inside out." Meaning, when I do your hair, it complements what already is. Your gifts are in the inside. If you want to call beauty a gift, yeah, it's a gift that's on the inside of you. Your heart should be beautiful. Your hair, your clothes, your earrings, the bag you carry, all those are accessories. Because we know you can have a messed up heart and have all those things, and it means not a thing. It means not a thing. I want to be intentional with my gratitude to God. If I'm trusting Him with my every step, then I need to be intentional with those steps. I'm getting more and more focused as I get closer and closer to the things that I'm getting ready to walk into. Why? Because I don't want to repeat Cleveland. I don't want another Charleston. I want that new thing. Behold, that is y'all don't understand how that scripture, mm-mm-mm. It was like 2 years ago. For some reason, it went, wait a minute, it was longer than 2 years ago. Wow. Y'all see how fast time be going? That had to be about like 6 years ago when that first just became my favorite scripture, because it's like no matter what I go through, I always be like, God is going to do a new thing. He has to do a new thing. He's going to do a new thing. He has to do a new thing. He'll make a river in the desert, a way in the wilderness, a river in the desert. Come on, man. That means that even if I'm running into brick walls and hills and dirt valleys, he makes a way through all that. That means when everything seems dried up and it ain't no more, out of nowhere, he'll create rivers of living water. That give thirsty a whole new meaning. Hell yeah, I'm thirsty. And I had to say it like that. Hell yeah, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty for more. More of what God got for me. If I'm going to be thirsty, that's the thirsty I want to be. Never for a person. Never about a situation. Because when he quenched that thirst, guess what? You thirst no more. I'm in love with that alone. That's why I know going forward, everything that I do, I promise you, when everything I touch will be gold. Why? Number one, I believe it. Number two, because I trust God. Number three, it can't be the same way it has been. And as I always say, it's not that it has been bad, but who wants the same? That new thing is going to be great. Whatever it is you're about to do, it's going to be greater than you even think. Stop putting that stuff off. Because I'm telling you right now, whatever it is that you have, whether it's a product, whether it's a message, whether it's, it could be something small as a donation, a kind word, whatever it is, whoever it's for is already waiting, probably been waiting, just as long as you've been holding on to it. I don't think now is the time to second guess what we need to be doing. I think we need to get out of our own way, as we say a lot. A lot of things aren't happening because we're in our own way. When we start to think logically, God ain't in no logical thinking like that. He ain't gonna be like, well, think about it before you do what I told you to do. Sometimes that's what faith look like. Just do it. Nike, baby. Sometimes that's what faith looks like. You sing that song? When I'm outside of the club and you think I'm a pawn. I ain't never scared. Say it with your chest then. Most of y'all out here hollering, I ain't never scared anyway. Hey, Uncle L. If you ain't never scared, then what you waiting for? Somebody on here got a book they want to write or publish. What you waiting for? We'll read it. We'll read it. Where Gary at? You better get that page started. We gonna come and visit. Everybody on this page will come and follow Gary. Most of us already done subscribe anyway. Dad, I told him, I ain't never scared. Listen, this is what I got to do to pump myself up because I am a human being at the same time. Heck yeah, I get a little bit scared sometimes. I ain't never fearful, but I get a little bit scared sometimes. So it might come like that. Who in the world? Come on, Bone Crusher. Come on, Prophet Bone Crusher. Tell them, we ain't never scared. He told you what, to start your page? Okay. So you know that continued confirmation is also a sign of disobedience. I think if we hear it once, okay, confirmation. We hear it twice, oh yeah, confirmation. You hear it 3-4 times, now you just plain old being disobedient. Why don't you pick up my word? Push, play, and talk. Promise you, when you do it, every day you're gonna get a reminder of just what that why you had to do it. Because I still don't know what the heck I'm gonna say when I push, play, and talk. I just obey. I just obey. And how he showed me every day I look at something, everything I done talked about comes back. It comes back. Thank you, watermelon. Every time. It's that little thing that God said, you heard me right. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever wondering, how do I hear him? If he's talking to me, did he say this? Look for it to come back to you. At least that's how I see it. Look for it to come back to you. If you have a little doubt, it's okay with saying, you know what, God, I need you to show me. Thank you, Nita, if I can call you that. Show me, because I think so, but I want to be sure. You know, you let people tell you can't question God. Well, if I can't question God, the man who know everything, all things, then what am I supposed to do? Because if I ask you, you might not have the answer. Yes, you can question God. How do you get clarity without asking a question? If Watermelon said to me, to get to McDonald's, I need you to go down 2 blocks and on Jefferson Street, make a right, and you'll see it on the corner. If I didn't hear her the first time and I just start driving, what am I going to do? Probably get on the phone and I'm going to say, hey, what? How many blocks did you say go down again? And you said Jefferson Street, right? So why can't you ask God a question if you don't know if you heard him clear the first time? Good morning, Sister Adrian. That sounds so churchy. Hey, my sister Adrian. I'm going to call all y'all sister and brother today. Sister Watermelon, yes. Thank you for them decorations. I mean, them instructions, them directions, girl. I made it to McDonald's. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm excited today, honestly. Why? Because I got my storage just paid. I bought some stretch wrap to wrap around my couch. Have I asked my friend to move my stuff out of here yet? No. But guess what? I have faith in that person. That's my friend. No, I just don't. I don't know, y'all. Honestly, I know I'm not at the end of my words, but I'm smiling too hard to keep talking. I'm smiling too hard. Like, I don't even know why I'm smiling this hard. I'm so happy today. Like, if I had woke up in a space that was a little less than happy in the last week, today is making up for those days. I don't know what the heck I'm doing half the time, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Not Chad. She got a factory reset it, Adrian. And then she's going to give it to me. That was just Friday that she told me. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, Adrian, she sell clothes too, y'all. We both boutique owners. That's why I was telling them yesterday. I don't Uber Eats drive for a living. That's supplemental income. It was like at the same time, I wanted people to know that, hey, it's a way to get some money, a little extra money if you need it, and you can do it in your own time. But yeah, she sells clothes too. That's my girl. She made me become a boutique owner, even when I didn't. I kept saying I don't want to. And you know what happened? I got them clothes. This is a great story. And it didn't go the way we thought. And I was getting ready to, I don't know, probably I don't know what I was going to do with them clothes, but I was over it. And she told me a story about a lady that she met that had boutiques, and she shared with her about what she did with her clothes when they were out of season. Like sometimes we think things are done and finished and out of season, and we'll throw it away, sell it dirt cheap, just do something that doesn't benefit us or that goes against your initial idea or plan, when all you were supposed to do was put it up, hold on to it. Because guess what? Seasons are cycles. They come back around. So when that season come back around and now it's a need for it, you relaunch it. So what are you holding on to right now that the season has opened up again for? That you need to do. Someone needs it, whatever it is. Like I said, some of us have business ideas, some of us have books, some of us have the ability to speak life. Some of us can cook. Maybe you can sell some food. I don't know. Maybe you want to do a restaurant. Whatever it is. And I think I said Saturday, I was like, we need to do it big. And that's the lowest I done said that in a minute. Hold on. Let me get right. I said Saturday, we need to do it big. And I said we need to do it big for the rest of this year. And then for the next year, we need to start still doing it big. I don't want y'all to say, I'm going to wait. Well, the year almost over. I'll just start fresh in 2024. No, you got to finish strong so you can start strong. You got to finish strong so you can start strong. Just think, we got 3 more months left. What you going to lay down for the rest of the year for? You know how much can happen in a second with God? And you going to throw away a whole 3 months to start? If you throw away these 3 months, mark my words, you'll start. It's going to be like a lawnmower with no gas. You're going to be out there. Come on, baby. I hate when that happens. But for real though, don't wait till next year to start. Start now because your impression is now. Yeah, it might not do exactly what it's going to do, but at least it's out there. Sometimes you have to let it out. Stop thinking you got to hold on to everything because somebody going to take it. You can't show what you're doing because it's yours. What's for me is for me. There's nothing you can do. Once I am supposed to reveal it and let it out, nothing nobody can do about that. But a lot of times, if you don't release it, it can't, the things that need to happen for it and to it can't happen. Too often we hold on to things, cover it up, keep our mouth covered, don't say nothing. But sometimes you do have to say it because that's going to send them waves out. Wait a minute, that young lady over there doing that watermelon, I like the way her eyes look. Let me see if she has an investor and maybe want to do her own makeup line. Maybe. What, Adrian? You want to do a fashion segment? There's this company that's looking for someone to do a fashion segment on your own time, but on they dime. But you holding on to it. You're steady writing the vision and making it plain, but you got to know when to release it. Wasn't it a reason why it was supposed to be written so big on the tablets? If you don't write it big, who gonna run with it? Who gonna see it? So we think we're supposed to just write this vision down and leave it little. And no, I'm not saying you're supposed to tell every step of what you're doing. I'm saying sometimes you do have to release steps of what you're doing to get to the next level, to open them doors, to send those people who are doors. It don't happen like that sometimes. Imagine how much stuff you've been moving in silent on. There's a lot of things we're supposed to move in silent. But then there's some things we're supposed to not be silent about. Silence is killing your vision. Because although it's a great plan, a great idea, you being silent is probably hindering investors. It's probably hindering opportunities. It's probably hindering someone who just wants to come and give you some advice that'll help. We can't say we trust God and then hold on tight to those things and, listen to what the world says. It's got to move in silent. Can't let everybody know what you're doing. As true as those statements are, you also got to know when to release. You also got to know when to release. Can you build a house and no one see it at all? If you on this road and cars is driving down the road, can you build that house and nobody see it? While people up here talking about moving silence. Some of the stuff you being silent about, a whole bunch of people see it. Might not be the people you know, but people see it anyway. Ain't nobody come over there and burn your house down, did they? No. Some things you can't build without releasing. Some things you can't build without speaking on it. And I think that's also a faith activator. Your willingness to let the world know, I have this. I have this great product. I have this great book. Sometimes it's at the first time you speak, everything opens up for you. Your first reveal. Everybody wanted. But look how long you was holding on to it until you thought the time was right. What if you never think the time is right and you just holding it, holding it, holding it? When is the right time? I think the right time is when you have say a pretty good plan as to what you want, what you have, what you want, how it works, who it's for. Now you got to put it out there because who it's for can't get it if they don't see it. Adrian will tell you, I got a whole book. That's why I say I'm first partaker. She cussed me out all the time about it. My book is it's called Becoming a Wife from a Single Woman's Point of View. It marks my journey of my healing process that I had to go through after my last breakup. And I think part of me hasn't released it yet because I don't think in my mind, I don't think it is finished. But at the same time, I know it's very likely that that chapter is finished. And it does need to be released because guess what? The next chapter will then pick up where I left off. Trying to get to a place of wholeness has been a whole journey for me. And I chronicled a lot of it and I have not released it. And I know just as sure as I'm telling y'all that it helps somebody. I'm wrong for holding that book. That's why I don't want y'all to do that thing. I don't want y'all to hold on to the things that you know is a good thing, but for whatever reason, you just haven't released it or started. I got to find my book because I got a new computer and I think I lost everything on that other one, but I know I have it somewhere. Matter of fact, I think I sent it to her. It's like the things that we want, the things that we're praying for, sometimes it's a simple thing of you allowing that blessing to come through. I do believe we can hold up our own blessings by our actions. And it don't always have to be a bad action. It can be us not releasing something that's supposed to be released. It can be you not saying something to somebody you're supposed to say something to. It can be you having that unforgiveness we talked about. It's not always going to be something tangible that you can do or something that you have to do for somebody else. Sometimes it could be something that you have to do for yourself. What if you're holding on to something that's blocking your blessings, such as unbelief? What if your pride is so high and mighty that you're blocking your blessings? What if you have such a offense in your heart that you're blocking your blessing? What if you haven't dealt with that rejection and you're blocking your blessing? If God be for you, let's remix it. If God be for you, who can reject you? If he don't, they can't. And he never will. So why we give so much power to those things that hinder us, that keep us back, that keep us stuck, that cause us all types of turmoil in our mind? We give our power away. We give our power away. If you believe in God, you have the same power that He has. But yet we allow people and things, circumstances to diminish or take our power. How about today we take our power back? Do those things you know you should be doing because you've been knowing you were supposed to do it, because you know it's going to help people, because you know it's going to bring forth fruit for you. I think that's part of our light shining bright, is to do those things that we possess and that are full of light. How oxymoronish is this? Girl, you got a whole lot for the world, but don't tell nobody what you're doing. And we really fall into those pits. You know what I mean? I think our grandmamas be having us jacked up with their old stuff. Like I said, I am by any means am I saying tell the world all your business. I'm saying that sometimes you do have to tell it. Sometimes you do have to show it. Like I'm getting ready to move. Remember when I first started, I was like, oh, no, I'm chronicling and I'm not revealing where I'm moving yet because I'm going to show it. But I know that my career requires me to say exactly where I'm going. How am I going to build a clientele if nobody knows where I'm going? If I'm keeping it a secret instead of hashtagging it, hey, self-awareness, how am I going to find new people? How am I going to get into those rooms that I need to be in this area if I'm not saying what the area is? Yes, I held it for a certain amount of time, but I also knew, like, you know what? Just stop talking about you chronicling nothing. Because guess what? I ain't chronicled nothing since the day I walked in the office and turned in my notice that I was leaving. Because ain't nothing happening worth chronicling. No, the chronicle for me is hashtag Virginia Stylist, hashtag Norfolk Stylist, Chesapeake. I'm coming. But is you ready? Good morning. I'm Meek Shear. I am your short hair specialist. Imagine if I didn't say that and then touch down how much work I got to do. No, now when I go on IG, guess what my work is? Hashtag Norfolk Stylist, hashtag Norfolk Hairstylist, hashtag Virginia Stylist, hashtag Virginia Hairstylist, Norfolk University. My work is on all them places now. What I do? College girls who love that short fly hair. Hit your girl up. I have some incentives for you. Let's work. That's on that college page. I mean business. I got a good 3 months ahead of me where my head gonna be down. Hands to the plow, plowing. I don't got time for personal life right now. Only thing I got time for is getting established in God, or God and getting established. However you want to put it, there was no order. Because right now, that's all I'm going to have. Yes, I have my friend that's helping me, but she don't do hair. She can't do the footwork for me. That's why I said your help is to increase or activate your faith, to trust God for the provision. So that's where I had to put myself in the fact that I have to market myself. How do you market yourself quietly? You can't. How do you let the world know you have something to say quietly? You can't. How can I sell clothes without putting them online and showing them? I can't. And it be little things like that we don't realize we're doing. Just holding on to the things that are connected to our provision. I sat in my room at work one day. I sell paparazzi jewelry. I forgot that yesterday when I was going under this. I actually have, what is that? 4 streams. Uber Eats. Hell, I got Instacart. I did that one time, but I got it. Those are 2 ways to make money, but I'm going to count them as one. Thank you, Anita. But then I got the boutique. Then I got my hair business. Then I sell the jewelry. And I was sitting in that room looking like, why is all this money around me? Why is it in this room? What am I doing? I ain't pushing it like I should. But I also believe that geographically, it just wasn't hitting no more because it was time for a move. But now that I done shifted into a new way of thinking, a new going into a new area, all those things now it's like, wait a minute, that's now is the time. Now I have a new audience. I have a new audience to show what I have. I have some support on the ground when I get there so that I'm able to have a little time to get things in order. Here, I don't have that little help. But when I get there, my girl, her husband, her daughter, that's my people. That's why I chose there. I could have went home to where my kids and my family is, but I know home for me means something else. When you know that something is not going to be good for your life, then you stay away from it. I know home for me is not a good place. And it's not because, oh, you've done something, you can't go back. No, because there's no life there for me. I wish my kids would leave. You ever been in a place and it's just dead? It's dead. I don't want to take all this life into dead grounds. Where am I put my seeds at? Where am I sow seed at? You don't sow seed into dead ground. So therefore, that was not an option. But change was definitely a must. Change is a must. And sometimes that's what some of us need, a change. And a change don't always mean picking up and going to another state. Change sometimes can be shifting your furniture around in your living room, your bedroom, cleaning out your closet. Hey, let me tell y'all something about that clean closet. Clean out your closet if you need to. Reorganize it. You will be so surprised how much clutter around you in rooms that you can't see really mess you up. Like how you can't see under that couch and then you move it out and vacuum under it and move it back in. You'd be like, but I couldn't even see under the couch, but it still looks so much clearer. That's what happens when we declutter. So a lot of times when we say, oh, I got to clean this up, I got to clean myself up, sometimes it's your house. Don't choke your blessing. That's your thing. It sure is because you already been talking about lessons and blessings. We're going to do that panel. And then after that panel, that's when you're going to start your live, right? And see, watermelon isn't knowing half the battle. Hey, the word. What up, my friend? Isn't knowing half the battle, watermelon? If you know you need an entire overhaul, what you gonna do about it? Change. Okay. What you gonna do about it? It might start with eliminating items. For real, for real. Change like G.I. Joe. You are funny. I don't know, y'all. I just think that today is a beautiful day. And if you haven't gotten started on whatever it is, no time like the present. Get started. You need an effort bucket, watermelon. Anything you can't do nothing about, change or make better or different, anything that's not adding value to your life or causing you to do greater things, you throw it in the effort bucket. Period. You don't need it. It's weighing you down. It's slowing you up. Sometimes we think we need a lot of things. Sometimes we think we're supposed to be everything to someone else. No, you're supposed to be everything to you. If you're not everything to you first, you are nothing to no one else. That do sound harsh, don't it? But dang. If you can't be everything to yourself, how can you be anything to anybody else? That was like a chin check. If you can't be everything to yourself, you are nothing to no one else. And I think that's how they treat us when we're not being everything to ourselves. When you're being everything to yourself, then you understand when someone is slighting you, when someone is coming from an ill place. We have to get back to the place of making sure that we love ourselves wholeheartedly first. If we don't love ourselves, we can't love nobody. If we don't love ourselves, we don't have the confidence we need to move in the things that we have to do. You can't walk in a room with confidence and tell somebody what you do without loving yourself. They don't believe you. Watermelon. You want to find balance between go and have patience, right? Which one screams the loudest? What if patience won't come until you go? Which one screams the loudest to you? That's what I'll be looking at. If you got to choose between the two, which one is speaking the loudest to you? Are you hearing go because you ran out of patience? So if you ran out of patience, why are you still trying to have it? Hmm. And y'all know I'm just chopping it up with y'all right now because I definitely ran out of words. And we all know what that means. Shut up, Jamaica. Might have another song in me for you, but I ain't got no more to the message. Stop holding on to the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. It's time to do it. Time to do it. I do not want none of us on here today saying, oh, I remember back in 2023, I was listening to this lady. I think her name was Meek. She was like this short hair specialist. And she told us on 10/16/23 to start, to do it, to go, to say it, launch it. I ain't do it. Oh, here it is. 2030. I don't want us to be that people, man. Because I honestly feel like that's a portion of me. Hey, Selena. I feel like that's a portion of me. Things I had years ago that I did not do. That's why it's urgent for me to remember those things and do it now and do it big. I've been holding stuff too long. It's time. Okay, so you got to have patience in your go. Just go. Don't focus on trying to go fast. The key is to go. That's what's going to open the doors. Go. Whatever that means to you, you go. Have patience in what is connected to you going. I don't think have patience means to stop, not go. If go is the loudest, then you go. Be patient, but still go. In the middle of going, patience, but go. Don't stop because you think that's being patient. Don't stop. Y'all so formal. Afternoon, morning, Selena. How are you doing? Gary, I'm blessed in you. Oh, I'm okay, Selena. Thanks for asking. You guys are such beautiful saints. I really appreciate you so much. No, just kidding. Let me quit playing. Yeah, but you know, yes, patience in your goal. That's the same as that process. When I was saying we focus too much on the process and we don't focus on pushing through it. You got to go through the process, not focus on the process. Go through it. Don't focus on it. Ain't no looking back. Go doesn't mean look back and see how far you went. It don't mean see if what what you're going from is still there. It just means go. What's behind you is behind you. Go forward. Oh, Anita, I'm glad. Blame God, not me, because I don't know what the heck I be talking about. But I'm so glad that I'm able to press play and talk and somebody pick up something. It can be one letter. I don't care. As long as you got something from what I said, I'm happy. Because that means I fulfilled what I'm supposed to do when I press play and talk. It be times when I might be feeling low and I press play and talk, and they know I get real hyper real quick. Sometimes I start off hyper, just depends. But I'm first partaker in any moment that I come on here and open my mouth because I can't talk at y'all. I got to talk to y'all or with y'all. And I think that's the beauty of it. We sit here and we talk with each other, and as solution carriers, we come up with all types of little ideas. And like me and Watermelon and Gary, we talking out and putting things in perspective. I would imagine is what's happening. But at the same time, when I'm telling her that, guess what's happening to me? I'm picking that up too for myself. I don't think anything is by coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is by chance. Everything is for a reason. That's why it's like I say, I don't care if I'm talking to 121 or 81. Either they hear right now and gonna get it, or they're gonna watch the replay and get it. The only thing I'm supposed to do is press play and talk. Laugh a little. I guess I'm a rapper now since I done went into Brother Bone Crusher now. When you're outside of the club. I'm gonna be singing that all day. It's a given. I was referred to you by a hairdresser in Boston. Referred by Tonette. I'm attending a wedding in South Carolina. Oh. And I can't do her hair because I'll be gone. I wish. Yeah, but exactly, Gary. When we talk, I think it's always for us first. I don't think things come to our mind or to our heart to say that isn't for us. You know what I'm saying? It is always my hope that it helps somebody else, especially if it helped me. Or sometimes I'm a little cloudy and I ain't got the words. And I learned in talking a lot of times. You ever been having a question and then you start talking to somebody and then the answer come, either they give you an answer or you spit it out your own mouth? That's usually what happens. Like I was talking about that iPhone to my client Saturday. Well, Friday. When was that? Friday, Saturday, whatever day that was, y'all know. No, I was talking about that iPhone. And then she turned around and said, I have an iPhone I can give you. Just imagine if I wasn't talking about it in that moment. I would never known that. That's why I think it's important to not hold everything. Think about what can come by what you say. Right now, somebody might have something you need, but because I'm trusting God and I ain't saying nothing because you can't let people know what you did. What about being open to letting people know what you need? And you ain't got to be asking for nothing to talk about it. Man, I'm trying to get blah, 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 because you never know who carries resources that you may need. That's a door. That's why people are doors, because they carry resources of some sort. Like, we have to not be so secretive, but we do have to be selective, I think. Who we keeping a secret from? People? If something that you have to do is for God, why would we keep it a secret? He protects it. He didn't give you something to hold on to it. He gave you something to do it. That's why we ask for wisdom, so we'll know how to move, when to speak, when not to speak, who to speak with, who not to speak with. It's not to be quiet. With every gift inside of you, he did not give you to be hush hush. What if something you do, you got that book? Maybe somebody own a coffee shop and they say, "Hey, why don't you do a book signing at my coffee shop?" You never know. You never know. It's so much that I think we just it be like things be right in our hand and we don't just close our hand and grab it because we're so conditioned to the way the world thinks or things that we've been in a sense programmed to believe coming up. There's some things we ooh, because grandma said it, it don't matter what nobody say, not even God himself. My grandmama said it. Then that's what it is. Grandma is the word. But what happens when you grow up and you realize that what grandma said wasn't necessarily right, but it was what she knew as right at that time? That doesn't mean you didn't listen to her wisdom. It just means that she didn't have the solution for this time. So what she said back then don't apply to back right now. That wisdom, yes. But what she said, probably not. I know y'all can think of something that somebody told y'all when y'all was a kid. I mean, they told us all types of stuff. Put your tooth under the pillow. You can have some money. When you go to bed, you gonna wake up. You gonna have an Easter basket. We believe that. Exactly. My mama too, girl. Number one hustler and everything. But you know what I realized about my mama in her not being with me anymore? I can think back to the times when she used to say stuff and I used to be like, oh my God. And I'm like, man, my mama probably was a whole prophet. How many times she used to be like, I'm telling you because I know. I feel it. I seen it. But because I didn't know nothing back then, I'm looking like, man, lady, hush. I wish my mama could have gotten into a relationship with God the way I'm embarking on to understand her gift. That's why it's so important for me to understand the gifts that I have and not reject them or shy away from them or be afraid of them. I need to ask God, okay, how do I use this? You gave me this, so what do I do with it? You know, when I knew I could do hair, I went to school and got my license. Boom, that's a gift. I know what to do with it. I'm understanding and learning what this press play and talk is about. But because I'm willing to understand what he's doing in my life, I'm willing to do it. No matter what. No matter what comes of it. What you ouching about, Adrian? Tell us. Tell us, Sister Adrian. Go on, testify. We're about to have a testimony service. You done said ouch a couple times. What you ain't doing that you ain't been telling me about? What you ain't been doing? You know you're a great mama, so you can't never you can't over mama a great mama. So you got that good. So what about them talents and those gifts? All that's secure. Them is yours. But what is it that you ain't doing that's for them? You know what they say? We supposed to create a legacy for our children and our children's children. That's why I am the way I am now. Because right now my legacy look like sugar honey iced tea. Mm-hmm. Well, God knows. Cut it out. He gave you them children because you were the one chosen for them. You were equipped. You're doing everything you're supposed to do for them kids. Because if it wasn't, guess what? Your mom will be raising them, or they be in the system. Regardless of the fact you was that chosen vessel. It's like we're chosen, and then we get the reward of getting to raise them. That's a gift in itself. Them kids ain't ours. They ours, but they ain't ours. You can only do your best. And I know how you are with God. Okay, see you probably later, Anita. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate you. Enjoy your breakfast. I was so pumped today. I ain't eat all my breakfast. I actually got breakfast. But yeah. It's things that you got to tap into that's gonna be benefit your children. But if you're so focused on the children, I'm not saying don't take care of your kids. For somebody to be on here talking about she over there telling people not to take care of their kids. No, I'm telling her to know and believe that she got this as a mother and do those things to secure what she needs to secure for her future and her children's future and her children's future, like the Bible tells you to. Oh, let's look this up. Since everybody loves to spit out the Proverbs 31 woman, let's go talk about her. Let's do that. First thing they say, the Bible say you're supposed to be a Proverbs 30, 31. That ain't what it say. They ain't say nothing about that. You supposed to be. Now, Proverbs 31 woman is a good thing to be. But it ain't came on there and told us, women, you need to be the Proverbs 30, 31 woman. Very good model. But that ain't what it was telling us. Wasn't even talking to us. But we pick it up and run with it like we know. I'm going to read it in the Message because that's my favorite version. Okay, here we go. What is this? Ready? Read! No, I'm just kidding. I ain't never been to a church that did that, but I think it's funny when people talk about it. And they be like, Thomas, read the word. They be like, read. This is Proverbs 31:10 through, how long it goes. Um, 10 to 31. We about to do this from the Message. Now, because this is what King Lemuel's, I wouldn't recommend that because you like some of these songs, a lot of them cleared, and some of them do put a copyright claim. Then some of them do like a partial block. Like I have to get a little more on that. Sometimes I just be like, I don't want to take the song off, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would try to find stuff that, like, I don't know, you might want to ask somebody to have a little more understanding of that, but everything that's on my page says it does not affect my page. And then a lot of it, most of it is no claim on it. Okay, a wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool. This is the part that's important because we're going to, take out the husband up there for now. But men, this is what y'all should be looking for. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. Her earnings. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She's capable. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. She woke. Now it's kidding. In her hand, she folds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for the bed, for her bed, and she is clothed in fine linen and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gate. Where he takes his seat amongst the elders of the land, she makes linen garments and sells them. I mean, where he take, I mean, there, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. She a boutique owner or what? And supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Now, all these women out here talk about, I want to be a Proverbs 31 woman. They don't even know who the Proverbs 31 woman is. They rather be a boss bee. They rather be a boss bee when the Proverbs 30 woman is all of that. But she's pleasing to the eye in the eyes of God. She's a business owner. She know how to get it. She know how to work with her hands. She ain't going to sleep until the duty's done. She's a great example when she leaves the house to her husband. She knows how to make it happen if her husband ain't around. When she go in the street, ain't nobody looking at her like, ugh, look at Self Talk's wife. Why she look like that? Cause she dressed to the nine. She about her business. Household in order, finances in order. She got businesses, multiple businesses. That's what a Proverbs 31 woman is. It's not a wife. Y'all better stop bullying me. I'm going to. I told y'all I gotta find it. I got the book. It's already written. I just gotta find it because I deleted everything out that other computer and I forgot it was in there. But that's what we are. That's why we know we have the strength that we need. Like I said, you can take the husband out of the Proverbs 31 and you still need to be that because that's who he finds. Any of us that's single, even with Ruth, everybody want their Boaz, but don't nobody want to get in the field and work. He ain't find her twerking and sleeping around and sitting at the bar happy hour looking pretty. She was getting down dirty, getting it how she lived. Then that door was open for her. Then she got that man. Take the man out of it. Who will see you when you get in that field and work and then come and find favor for you and give you favor? Bless you with things that you need with no strings attached. You know, a lot of times we get out here and we do things and people want to help us and do things for us and it's a string attached. But there's people out here that'll help you just because they have the goodness of God in their heart. I got y'all, I promise you. Yeah, we gonna throw hands when I get off this live. No, I'm just kidding. I promise you I'm gonna do it. Y'all just, I promise you. Let me get a place to live. Let me get a place to live and somewhere to put my bed. And I promise you I'm gonna release it. Give me about 120 days. How about that? Give me about 120 days. I will get the book and I'll find somebody to edit and publish it and all that good stuff. Or I don't know how to do it, but I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. And besides, stop asking for a Boaz. He was old as heck. Y'all wanna know? That be dang. Boaz was real old. That's like saying you want something God to send you an 85-year-old man. That what you want? No, I got to get a place to stay because I can't. Um, I'm gonna need a place to stay before I need that book to. Trust me, it can't go in that order. I got to be out of here by the 29th. That book ain't gonna get published by the 29th. Everything. The book is done. Watermelon. It's just that I have to. Like I said, first of all, I got to find it. Then I have to get somebody to edit it for me. Anybody on here edit? Got a publishing company? They want to be a blessing? He know. He know. But no, Gary, what I'm saying is like, yeah, there we go. I can use, and that's what I'm saying. There's steps to this. I can use whatever comes from my book for housing, but I know it's not this housing. Whatever the case may be, it's gonna be used for my life, for the embetterment, for the embetterment. I'm looking forward to home ownership. My only thing is, I just want to make sure that I'm where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Me going into a new place, I know like I said, I know I'm gonna do great, but I need to give it at least a year or two to know, like, okay, settle. You know what I'm saying? I've been here 15 years, and when I thought I was supposed to settle, I lost almost everything because what I did was took a step back to try to save so I could get a house. Man, that was a disaster. That's why I said I can't ever take a like. Yeah, my taking a step back is starting over. That's a step back. Okay, well, yeah, that time when I thought after COVID, I thought, well, if I can save a couple $100 if I move here, because I know I can get this special rent. So I moved there and I can save a couple $100 a month, and then I can save, and then maybe next year I can buy me a house. And I thought I was doing the right thing. It wasn't like it was a bad idea, but like I said, it wasn't a God idea. So I moved myself, and in doing that, I could never pay the lower rent hardly. I mean, I paid it, but it was like a struggle. And then the girl upstairs had them 4 kids. I still got PTSD. Then she had, oh man, it was just bad. And when I got out of there, I was grateful. I came outside these apartments and I was just thanking God for my new place to live. And I didn't know the email was already saying I got it, but that's gonna happen again. That's how my faith set up. But I didn't never have an issue living here. Although my rent was $600 more, I never had an issue. That's why I know I was like, dang, why you did that? Homeowner and a makeup. Watermelon full of boutique, salon, spa, studio in agreement. All right, y'all, salon owners. Hey, if the good Lord want me to have a salon, that's what I'm gonna do. But I will not go by choice. Nope, not me. I did it twice. I already know though, if I become a salon owner again, it's gonna be when I'm not doing hair anymore. It's gonna be those times where I can be like, I feel like doing some hair this month, and I go in when like that. That salon has to take care of itself, business wise. So I'm not saying never, but not by choice. Nah, I don't see it. But it's not a bad idea to do. Write it out. You can do it. That's cool. Yep, because then y'all can do like cross promotion in a sense, where say you got somebody got a wedding to do and you're doing the makeup, you can pull in stylists to come and like if your client be like, do you know anybody to do hair? Or if that stylist knows some, she like, oh, I got a client that needs makeup, then y'all can have one place to go instead of everybody having to travel to the person all the time. Sort of like a package deal. I tried to create that in my shop. Both of my dang makeup artists fell through. I, I ain't had no hope in the other one, but the first one. Who hard headed? What I do? What I do now, man? If I'm being hard headed or if I was hard headed, I'll tell the truth. Shame the devil. It's just so much. I feel good though. I feel like my first order of business is to find 5 ladies' hair to do. I already got it mapped out because I'm gonna make like I have this thing in the shop. It's like I printed out a picture like of a postcard that I had. I put a picture on there with a QR code on it. So when people come in, they can just scan the QR code and it sends them to my booking link. And what I want to do is do one of those in the size of a keychain and then give it to my clients. Well, not my, I don't know, it might be my clients, but starting out, it's going to be those 5. And when people, because what's going to happen is ask them to, okay, I do their hair, full service on me. They got to be willing to get the style that, well, they got to be willing to get their haircut, put it that way. They can choose a style or we can collaborate. But when I do their hair and then people are asking who did your hair, all they have to do is pull out that keychain and the person can hit the QR code. And then when that person has their name, they get a mark. So every 5 person that they send, they can get a free hairdo. So it's kind of like you can work to have your hair done for free at all times. All you got to do is send 5 people. That's a tool that would not work around here for me. I'm like, how do you know you can have free hairdos, but you don't try your hardest to send 5 people? Maybe that's part of your goal, watermelon. Sometimes when we say God is working on me, we don't realize that He works on us through stuff. Sometimes you have to go through and do certain things for Him to work on you and to remove things. And it's like when they say, when you go through deliverance, it's a continuous thing. Sometimes deliverance only comes by way of you doing. Like I think one day I said, I used to, when I first started coming on here, everything I was saying was things that was on my mind, in my mind, in my mind. And that day when I started talking about big, it shifted to from my heart. Not that I didn't mean those things from my mind, but a lot of that was stuff that I was trying to navigate through myself. So through doing that, it was deliverance for me from those things that was interfering in my mind. And when it switched to my heart, I knew that I had passed through that stuff. But had I not come on here and started talking, I still would have been bound by those things in my mind. I was able to talk it out with you guys and move through it. So by the time I got to the point where it was from my heart, it was very noticeable. Because I think I stopped and I said, this is the first time I feel like I'm speaking from my heart. When it's in your heart, coming from your heart, that's all God. Said the mind is the devil's playground. So all that stuff had to get out of there that would have caused me to doubt, that would have caused me to waver or get off my task. I had to talk it out. I carried the solution, and the only way to get out the solution was to talk. Once I talked it out, then boom, I got a little more clarity on what I'm doing. My faith is stronger. Ideas are coming. There you go. I think that's the hardest thing to realize is that although we want something, it don't mean it's always good from us. And I mean good for us. And I don't know why we want to hold on to, I guess because it's familiar and it's comfortable. No one wants to go into something new, start over, try something, whatever the situation is that you're trying to hold on to. It could be a person, a place, or a thing or something. Anything that it's painful when he takes it away. It's painful, especially when you've been carrying and holding on to things for so long because it became normal to you. But then when it started to irritate you and press on you, that's when you know it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. It's a pruning. It's just like plants. When you prune that plant, cut off them little weeds and cut them little stems and whatever you do when you're pruning it. I know it's a cutting away of things. Then that plant begins to grow healthy and strong. Same thing. Just like I said yesterday, we are seeds and we all go through a pruning process. We seeds, we've already grown. We're out here now. We are planted. We are blossom, blooming, whatever process you in, but we are being pruned at any given moment. It's only to make you stronger. It's only to make that way so that you continue to grow strong and healthy. So anytime anything grows on you, attaches to you, accumulates around you, he come up and start digging up them weeds and cutting on you. Anytime he wants you to do a little bit more, he start cutting on you. Anytime we ain't listening or hearing, he start cutting on you. It's all for growth. It's all to make us better. It's all to get out of you what is inside of you. I feel like if we getting cut, it's time to do something. Cause that cutting don't be no joke. Oh God. Such a vicious little dog. Uh-uh. They like catch me outside. It's always the little dogs. Now I completely surrendered. I'm trying everything. Process of removing the infection is painful, but God knows. Mm-hmm. Are you removing it or is he removing it? He's the surgeon. He's the anesthesiologist. He's the one who puts in the stitches. Carrie stupid. He's the bandage. He's the healer. He's the antibiotic. Ah, you can't. That's why I said he don't do what we can, he do what we can't. So whatever you can't do, you just gotta let him do it. Whatever you can't do, you have to allow him to do it. Might be painful. I imagine it's probably like how people who come out of addiction and they have to go through withdrawal. I think yes indeed. We have withdrawals when we're being pruned and having things removed. Yeah, man, you ain't John Claude Van Damme, get shot, remove the bullet yourself, and sew it back up. Why did I just think of that man? John Claude Van Damme. My mom used to love that man. I I think that's the biggest problem. We try to be the everything that we don't have to be. God don't require us to do. Man, the highest command is to love, and most of us fail miserably at that. We love who we want, when we want, how we want. And that ain't even what he said. He said love, and that meant your neighbor, your enemy, everybody. If he love everybody, we supposed to love everybody. You ain't gotta like him. You ain't gotta talk to him. You ain't gotta know him. But in order for your heart to be right, you had to clean out your closet. So that was one of them ouches. I'm talking big stuff because I had just cleaned mine out the other day. Then I moved these chairs out into the kitchen way. Yeah, we think we know everything. And I think that's what it is. It's like a dog chasing his tail. Like, how long you gonna chase your tail? You is not gonna catch it, man. Sometimes you just gotta stand up straight and be like, okay, I'm tired, I'm done. Okay, you got it. You got it. Like I said, I don't know. I just trust God at this moment because I don't know how to do nothing pretty much. You know. What I know how to do, I know how to do. Anything else going forward, hey, you got this. I give him my hands, I give him my feet, I give him my mind, my heart, my words. Because I know that when I get where I'm going and start networking and talking to people, I need the right language. I need to say some things that mean something, that are powerful. I need to understand and know that the words that come out my mouth will open doors for me. It will bring people to me that I'll service. You know, a lot of people don't even think about the words they say. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Rachel. How you doing today? I don't even think we. It's like, man, you really need to think about everything. Am I in control of some of this stuff? Maybe something didn't happen because the three words you said wrong, but everything else was right. You ever watch that movie Watermelon? The Shack. I don't know why that came. I know why it came to mind, but it really ain't got nothing to do with anything. But that description says I turned right back around like the little girl and crawled right up in the Lord's lap and cried. Man, that is the way I described that movie. I was like, I was at the movie theater and it just felt like I was sitting in God's lap and I was crying so bad. The man in front of me was crying. Everybody was crying in that movie. That movie, it really, to me, if we can imagine, it captured how God's heart is for us, how much He loves us, and how He probably does everything in His power to keep us on the right path, to keep us protected, even though bad things happen. I imagine that when bad things happen, that He's the most hurt. You know, we're sad when we lose loved ones, but imagine the God of everybody. When you got to look at your kids and some of them just because you know everything that they just ain't gonna get it right. Or you see this one, you be like, gosh, she trying so hard. You know, just I don't know. It just made me look at the blessing in a different way. Especially there's a part when um the man's father was abusive to him, and I think he had ended up taking him out when he was a boy. And he had to go to the shack, and he met God in the three forms. And then in the movie, it was showing like when he met him, it was the black woman. Then he had like so she was like God, and then it was the little Asian girl, and she was the comforter, and then you had the one that was Jesus, and he was the friend. And in the movie, there was a moment where God switched to a man, and basically was saying like, well, in this sense, you needed a mother, but in this situation, you need a father. And it was just like I said, it was just such a great depiction of how he cares for us. He is a mother and a father to us when we don't have one. He's a sister sometimes. He's a friend. And then there was a part where he got to see that his father was actually in heaven, and he couldn't understand why. And then God allowed him to see what his father had went through as a boy. And I'm like, man, how much forgiveness does he have? Sometimes we put people in a place, but we don't know their story. We don't know why they are the way they are. We don't know what kind of grace God has allowed for them because of what they went through. Before we throw them away, he would never. It was just a cool movie. And then it came a time where he was like, um, he wanted to do something. He wanted to get the man back. And they took him to a place where he had to choose, and he had to go see wisdom. So what he had to do was make a decision. Okay, if you want to do this, then decide then which one of your kids do you want to sacrifice? And he like basically like they ain't doing nothing. And the kid standing there, and she showed him like things the son was doing and things the daughter was doing. And he chose to, sacrifice himself over that and all that stuff. But it was just, man, it was just that movie had me undone. And the whole theater was, you can hear it, all the snotting and crying. It really made me feel like that. Like you just get in his lap and cry. And I believe that that's what we sometimes need to do, that. And then get back down, put your big girl drawers on, and get to it. Do what you're supposed to be doing, knowing that his lap is always there. We gonna mess up sometime. We gonna take a wrong turn probably. We ain't gonna get it right the first time. Sometime we might not get it right the second time, but as long as you keep doing it, keep going, don't give up. That's the name of the game. Don't give up. What we say yesterday, was that yesterday? We saying the path. I think it was the word. The path is always there. The path on our journey is always there. It's us that get off of it. He's always on the path. He's always looking at us when we get off of it. But that path is always there for us to come back to, and he's still right there no matter what. Will he come and rescue us when we get off of it? Absolutely. But he don't stop us from getting off of it either. And I think that sometimes we do have to do that reevaluation. Did I veer off my path? Did I take a wrong turn and didn't realize it? Did I miss something back there? I don't believe in going back. I believe in looking for it to come up again. I don't think there's a start over, do it over. I think there's another chance, another opportunity. And I think God be rooting for us. Like, all right, I'm about to stick it out right now. I think she gonna catch it this time. Oh Lord, let my daughter get it. Let her get it. Oh me. Look, oh me. Let my daughter get it. Let her get it this time. But that's how my mind works. I don't know. I ain't God, never will be God. But I just try to imagine having to love the way he loves. And hey, I know I ain't, I don't know. I can only try my best because I know I'll never be able to love to that capacity. But I do my best. I love you in spite of. I love you when you don't love me, when you don't like me, when you're coming at me. I love you. I don't like your tail. But I love you because I have to. I'm called to love you, whoever you are. And some people just need that. Some people just need that. We think we need it, so why wouldn't the next person need it? And why are we not the people that's supposed to do it? If we need it and expect it, why aren't we expecting that we have to love it as well? Love and be loved. There's so much hate out here, so much division and conflict and confusion. That's why I just try to stay away from the popular thing. You know, I said the quote yesterday. He said, Stephen Chestnut, the algorithm of God is the opposite of the majority. So if everybody's over there doing this and that over there doing that same thing, then likely he's over here putting down all the game you need, and they over there missing it. Over there with the rah rah, over there doing what they want to do, over there following the Joneses, over there in the amen corner, signing up and agreeing with all the craziness. And over here in this chill spot, it's a few over here, but we all getting what we need to do what we supposed to do. Never follow the crowd. Not in these times. Not in these times. I'm so sick of seeing Jada Pinkett. I don't know what to do. I can't stand media doing that. Just keep on every day. Keep just put out everything she said in one day and leave me alone. I'm over it. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess we done with our chit chat for today. I think we had a nice talk here today. I came and said what I needed to say. I ran out of words. I was able to sit down here and talk with you guys a little longer. Like I said, when I run out of words, if I continue to talk, it's because we are talking. You know, I like for us to bounce things off of each other. You know, got something to say it in the chat. Let's work it out. Let's come up with some strategies, some ideas, some plans to help each other. Like the very thing that you want to say, maybe in this chat, be the very thing somebody has the answer to. Just know that, you know, we not over here judging. We over here trying to get our life, you know, at least have peace going through life. And to know that you're not the only person that deals with things or dealing with a particular thing. Because some of us are going through the exact same things and we don't know because we holding it in. You know, I hope that I do provide the comfort for people to share. You know, because I share. Y'all see, I just be telling all my business. The business that I know will help you. Now, I ain't gonna tell you my personal business because it ain't none of your business. I don't have that much personal business. Hell, maybe that'll happen once I get to moving around and get settled. I give me some personal business. Yeah, that'd be cool. I just want to be the best version of me when I do. When I say personal business, I'm talking about, I guess, a relationship or dating and stuff. I just want to be the best version of me so that I won't, that I'll attract someone that adds to me. You know what I'm saying? And if that person isn't present right now, then I know that I'm still I'm still getting ready. He's still ready in me. And that's why I'm not, you know, I don't trip off of being a single woman. I really don't. I don't trip off being single. I joke about being a cougar because I don't know how old the man going to be for me that comes for me. Honestly, that's all. That's a big reality of the whole thing. I don't know. I only know what attracts me right now. You know, hey, with this refining, who knows? It might be a 60-year-old, but whenever it comes, I'm gonna be prepared and equipped for it. That's the thing I'm allowing God to do. You know, while I do what I need to do for myself, when He ready, He'll throw that in there. Like, oh yeah, here it comes. My prayer is that I see it coming or recognize it. Shoot, life is good, y'all. You know, even when it seems like it's a little bit shaky, life is good because we're here. If you on this live or watching the replay, life is good because you're here. If nothing else, because you're here. You know, every day is a new opportunity to do something different. It's a new day to get something right that maybe you didn't before. It's a new day to start something. Every day we have is an opportunity, and I think we should start taking advantage of the opportunity that is given to us every day we're here. With every day, we are supposed to be doing something that is valuable to this world. Even if it's one person, you've done a lot. So don't hold on to your gifts. Start putting them out there. Don't hold on to, they made me promise I'm going to do my book. Well, publish my book. I'm going to publish it. But if I do that, that means y'all got to let up all y'all stuff too. Don't come on here bullying me. Facts, big facts. No, let me quit. Okay, so if all hearts and mind are clear, anybody else have any last words, any thoughts they want to share before we log out? Because I'm about to get out here and make some money. Or go put something in storage. I don't know. Whatever one is proven to be doing something right now. All right. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through for my meat talk, allowing me to share what's on my heart, allowing me to, I don't know, be a part of your day. I appreciate that so much. If you want to, you can hit the Cash App. But if nothing else, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, bring a friend. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. It's not a day that I come on here that I don't think about you guys when I get off, especially when you share with me. It's not a day that I don't think about you guys. Y'all listen to little old me talk my head off. Why wouldn't I think about you? I care about Watermelon. I care about Rachel. I care about Gary and Adrian and Self Awareness and Selena, Anita, The Word, everybody that was here today, Double Speaks. I feel like when you're here, we are all supposed to be doing something great. So, yes, I care about you because I want us to unleash our greatness. If we need to power up, come on over here. Let's talk about it. But again, I said I appreciate you guys. I thank you for showing up today. Those of you that watched the replay, let me know in the chat that you watched and, maybe you got something from it. And I will talk to you guys later on. Remember the word for the day from our brother, Bone Crusher. I ain't never scared. When you're outside of the club and you think I'm a bum. Yes, I ain't never scared. We are never defeated. We are victorious. Know that as you go forward in your day, doing everything you're supposed to do. Launch those businesses. Stop sleeping on your dreams. Let it go. Open your hand and let out that stuff that you carry and possess for the world, people. We got this. Let's do it. If you got something for me to buy, put it up. Let me buy it. Jeez. Man, what y'all waiting on? Bye.